And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright. Fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us. Breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride. Talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. As we have game 2 in the books between the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves. We had a couple of people who were at the game today, right, Lou? We had Fuji Simeon and then Marcus Luong's brother. They were at the game today, and it was a nice one that they saw. Again, big performances by Logan Webb. Again, golly, man, his value is going up, up, up. The guy is almost below a 3 ERA now, guys. I got a feeling that there is going to be quite a few teams making a phone call to Buster Posey and maybe trying to figure out a way to get a trade. Who knows? We'll see. Rafael Devers had a big game today. Hit the foul pole. I think there's going to be some free chicken, right? By Chick-fil-A, if I'm not mistaken. You hit that, isn't that? You hit that foul pole.
Yeah,
and
the problem is there's not one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So good job, Giants.
Yeah, you got to go to what, the Redwood City or something like
Another
that.
Another marketing genius, the Giants.
Yeah, right. But he had 2 home runs today, which was nice, 4 RBIs. But hey, it was a nice game for the Giants. They shut out the Atlanta Braves. Look, they needed a win today because tomorrow is not going to be easy. You got Chris Sale going on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. But again, it was a nice win. It looks like it was a nice day out there in the Bay Area. I was in Santa Cruz today helping my daughter move, and the wind was up. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the wind was blowing pretty good over there in Oracle Park as well. But again, it was a nice night for baseball. Logan Webb, again, looked great, and Rafi had a good game. So, Glenn, what'd you think of the game?
Oh, it was a great pitching performance. Again, like you said, Eric, Logan Webb, his value continues to go up.
Mm-hmm.
His value for another team. If I'll be so heartbroken, Eric, if he does not accept a haul for what might be the most sought after player on trade day, if it gets that far, I don't know, Eric. I think it'll be a missed opportunity once again where the Giants shoot themselves in the foot if they don't trade him. I think he's pitching great. People are going to say, yeah, but he's pitching too good. Well, let him go 20-0 and win a World Series somewhere. I don't care. I don't care about the other team. I care about what we get. We can get a haul, Eric. We can get 3 prospects, 2 ready-to-go guys. We can get 5 players for this guy. Do the deal, Buster. Don't let us down. You want to. Buster needs an out, Eric. He needs an out from the mistakes he's made. This is his out.
Yep.
This is his out. Trade Webb. You're back in the picture, so to speak.
I tell you what, man.
Lead off Buster Posey. I don't know if you guys agree. Eric, Lou, you might want to keep him. I say deal him.
No.
Get a haul. Rebuild this franchise. He is the link to our future success.
Agreed. Lou, what you think, man?
I thought today what really helped, scoring early. You know, the Giants scored 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and then you let Webb just cruise by. It seemed like, Atlanta was sort of mystified what was going on. I thought, Really tell you the truth, the only bad pitch he pitched, the wind sort of knocked it down when Yaz thought he hit a homer to center field. But beside that, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great for Webb. And this proves to me after tonight's show that Robert Rothberg, I'm glad you like the Giants being in last place, because if they don't trade Webb, that's where they're going to be. I don't think you know baseball, Robert, because you haven't been on when the Giants lose. But if they keep Webb, we're going to be getting the same team. You don't realize how much we need. And we can't give anybody else up unless we give Webb. But, hey, that's fine. You want to keep Webb and you want to be battling for last place, Robert? More to you.
Lou, don't you agree with me and what I was saying off the top? If you deal him, you get a haul, but it's no good if you win one game. If he goes out and he wins all his games, if he's a 20-game winner, it doesn't matter when he wins and then you pile up 3 or 4 losses. And then he wins and then you pile up. We're 14 games under 500, Lou. Why? There's no depth at pitching. How do you get depth? You trade Webb. It betters the team. Guys are great. Listen, you're all entitled to your opinion. I see a lot of people saying, trade Webb for what? Prospects? You're going to get a couple of ready-to-go players and prospects. Don't you agree, Eric? And
you're going to get something
good. 14 games under, and you got a guy who's winning once a week, and the rest of the team flounders. And look, you got Robbie Ray going tomorrow. You'd think, well, that's got to be okay. But you touched on it, Eric. You got Chris Sale. This is going to be I was looking at the odds, the sports book. Tomorrow's game, the Giants are one of the heaviest underdogs they've been all season. That means the bookmakers think that Chris Sale's going to dominate tomorrow on the road.
Yeah.
A team that
Robert,
at home, by the way, Eric. Remember we were talking about Lou last night? Coming back. You come back from the road trip, Eric. You get back in your home field. This team has no home field advantage.
Yeah, it's been a rough go at home.
14 games under.
it's yeah, I know. It's still terrible. Right
With
now.
Logan Webb. Tell me what he's doing for you.
And here we go. And Robert says, Lou, please realize Webb is 29 years old and is in his prime, which is exactly the point, because you could get an absolute haul for him.
Right. He's in his prime. He's in his prime.
Why
he ain't helping us now.
Because the Giants aren't going to go anywhere anytime soon. They're just not. It's not a well-constructed roster at this time. So you got to go out there and you got to improve the roster. You have to. And and look, we see the writing on the wall. The club does not want to spend on pitching. If they're not going to spend on pitching, there is no reason why you need to keep Logan Webb on your team. And then you do your quote unquote. If you talk about rebuild, you can rebuild with just trading Logan Webb. And don't get me wrong, you're going to get something nice for Robbie Ray. There's no doubt about it. But my God, right? Because the way he's pitching right now, you're going to get something decent. But Logan Webb, my God, look, right now, I wouldn't be surprised if people would pay more for Logan Webb than Tariq Skubal, for the simple fact, you talked about it in the green room, Glenn. You got more years of control, and he's good. I mean, again, he's almost got a sub-3 ERA. I hate talking about this, guys. I really don't want to see Logan Webb pitch on another team. I want to see the Giants succeed, but guess what? That's just it's not in the cards. It's not in the cards for the San Francisco Giants for the next couple of years.
Buster Posey's holding all the cards. You realize you threw out the name Ray and Webb. What about Arise? Maybe somebody else. You're going to turn this team around, Eric, on trade deadline day if you pull the right strings.
And you know what? And I tell you what, you play hard. Buster Posey has to play hardball. If you want Logan Webb, you are going to pay to have Logan Webb. You got to blow us. And look, and if you get offers where you're not blown away, well, then you don't. Right? I mean, you don't trade them just to trade them. You got to trade them because you want to absolutely just get over on somebody.
Mm-hmm. Well, Eric, you don't want to trade him. You don't want to trade him. You say you don't want to see him pitch for another team. But, Eric, it's trade deadline day.
Yeah, you have to.
The final bell sounds. It's 3 o'clock. Then what's your emotion? Do you say, I'm happy he's still a Giant? Or is Eric saying, this was just the biggest missed opportunity in 30 years?
Yeah.
What do you feel? How are you going to feel?
Missed opportunity for me. Missed opportunity. You just the Giants just aren't there. They're not. I'm sorry, they're not. And the problem is, you hold on to him for 2 years, and if they go nowhere, well, guess what? Where's he going to do? What's he going to do when he becomes a free agent? You think he's going to give a hometown discount? The hell he is.
No.
The hell he is.
And Robert Rothberg.
And he's not going to be a Giant. Then he won't be a Giant, and you get nothing.
And Robert Rothberg brings up a very good point. He's in his prime, Eric. If he's in his prime on a team that just is 14 games under and can't win to save their lives, if he's in his prime and we're this bad, then it makes perfect sense you deal
It does. Honestly, it does.
Lou, how do you feel?
Well, I keep thinking you guys are forgetting who's in charge.
Yeah, I know.
The other Mania, who's a complete imbecile, and you
go.
got Buster,
There you
who
go.
put us in this mess. So, maybe they can actually do something right. But again, look who's in charge. That, I'm just going to leave it at that. But, the other problem is, and I think, Glenn, you brought it up. Okay, so Webb wins, but the other starters can't do anything. Ray's been good recently, but you got to remember, also for a month he sucked. So it's no good if we're going 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. You know what that does? That gets us to 20 games below 500. And right now, the Giants need to make huge moves because right now, when you look at the Giants, they're an embarrassment. The management, embarrassment. The Giants really aren't the talk of San Francisco the right way. People want Buster gone. They don't respect Tony V. They don't like Devers. They still are talking about something from 2 weeks ago. Right now, the Giants are so low on the totem pole that, as I said, after this weekend, they're going to be getting 20, maybe 15,000 out there. Now, they might have sold 30, and that's really all the Giants care about but the place is going to be empty. I'm just telling you now, and that's fine. If that's the way you think about me being a Giants fan and season ticket holder, I want to get better. I'm embarrassed when I tell somebody I'm a season ticket holder when we're 14 games below 500. The way it goes, the way we're pitching, guys, and we all know our bullpen is the absolute garbage, right? When we go on our road trip and we're going to be playing Colorado head-to-head and say they come back and they sweep us, well, guess what we are? The worst team in the league. And it's not too often that you have that one chip, the one opportunity to turn things around. Same thing when they traded Matt Williams. I know people will be pissed off, but it's a business. You got to do what's best to turn the Giants around. But you know what, Robert? You love Webb. You love being 500 team. You love where we're not going anywhere. You love being the first day after the season ends to be on the golf course. That's fine. But I'm sorry. You got to make tough decisions, and you got to do it. You got to remember, not only is he pitching well and he's in his prime, it's because you could trade and get such a haul, but he's still under control. And that's the key. That's more valuable than anything.
Come on, man. Robert, that's not going to happen. We got some super chats I'm going to get to, but Robert, that ain't happening. Dude, come on. They're not signing. They had the opportunity to sign pitchers. They look, maybe not started. They could have got better starters. Maybe you trade for a starter, but they sure as hell could have upgraded the bullpen to where you wouldn't have lost games late in the season, or I should say early in the season, but late in the games. I mean, this is just, come on. They had their opportunity and they decided not to do it. So, hey,
and plus,
and here's the thing
right there. That's $100 million that the Giants will not sign for 3 when
they're not going to do it. And here's the thing, right? Larry Bayer said there is no limit on what Buster Posey could do as far as upgrading players, right? Isn't that what he said? There's no, okay, then tell me this. Then why did Buster Posey roll? Then that tells me Buster Posey has a problem with talent evaluation. If he had no what do you want to call restrictions on what he could spend, and he decided to roll with this bullpen, that tells me he doesn't understand who he needs to be in that bullpen. Yeah. There's a problem there.
So if you think he's going to go out and sign pitchers, he can sign pitchers. But look what Webb will do to the rest of the ball club. He'll benefit us so dearly.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
but
you
that's
want to
not
go out
gonna
and
happen.
sign good
It's not gonna
quality
happen.
pitchers? Do that, but look to the future. If
But
he's
this
in it, Robert, you're the one who said it. If he's in his prime now, he won't be in his prime when it counts.
This is where I'm trying to go with this. So if there is no limit on spending, then it's poor talent evaluation. Otherwise, then there's lies. There's lies being told as far as there were limits on what you could spend, right? So either way, it's bad. Either way, they didn't allow him to go out there and put a roster together that he wanted to put, or he doesn't know who to sign as far as having a good bullpen. Either way, it's
been
bad.
a problem that has gone on far too long, Eric. And this goes back to the second generation because you go back to Farhan. I mean, Farhan never was in that position. Buster, never in that position. And what happened? Guys, where's Matos? Where's Luciano? Where's all these guys that they thought were so good? They're not a good judge of talent. I mean, every other team, Eric brings up every other team in baseball. I'm looking at the rosters yesterday. Every other team in baseball has brought up a guy this year who's contributing in such a huge way. Connor Griffin over in Pittsburgh and this Sal Stewart in Cincinnati. And where's ours? Where's ours, Eric? Where's ours? Oh, it was Barracuda, the two-hit wonder? Come on.
And unfortunately,
he's so good they were pinch hitting for him last night, Eric, with Drew
You
Gilbert.
know what? And I want to talk a little bit because I didn't get a chance because I saw the lineup yesterday. And you know what? I liked the lineup, not necessarily the construction, but you know what? You had 3 rookies in the lineup. And I'm okay with that. Play the young guys. There's no reason to. I don't. The season is lost. It doesn't matter. So keep playing the young guys. But tomorrow Ramos is coming back. So who's going to be the odd man out? I think it's going to be Barracuda. I think Barracuda winds up going back. But that might be okay too, because there may be some changes going on here with depending on what happens with trades, right? We don't know.
Yeah, boy.
If Arise is traded, then you could put Schmidt at second. Then you could put Barracuda back out in left, Jung-Hoo Lee in center, and in right field, you're going to have Ramos, because they did announce that Ramos is going to be playing right field. So
I said that to Lou 3 weeks ago when you were absent on the show, Eric. Remember that night I caught you off guard too, Lou? I said, why are we not playing Jung-Hoo in center and put Ramos in right and then pick your poison in left, I beg your pardon. And then in right field, you've got Barracuda, you got Schmidt. You can just fill that position. I mean, What are we doing? Again, judge of talent. Just not just judging the talent in our organization, Eric. It's these guys he signs. Bader and Hauser, and come on, wasting money.
It was a disaster.
Cutting them a free check, man. They're stealing from us.
Just horrible. Quinn Thomas, our friend, that is a White Sox fan, donates $10. I would love to have Webb, but I would not be willing to give up any of our young Major League guys. Well, guess what? You ain't getting Webb. I would be willing to give up our prospect who still have a couple. Nope. Then we move on. You
don't want him bad enough.
Then guess what? Then sorry, White Sox, you ain't going to get the services of Logan Webb because you got to play hardball, 100%, because you not settle. You cannot settle.
Nope.
End of story. You cannot. Yep. You got to go out there and you got to get the best prospect in their system. That's good, right? Now you have to get their number one prospect in their system.
And be honest, Eric. Be honest. I brought this up with Lou because he brought the name the White Sox, the South Side, up last night. I said, Lou, with all due respect, the White Sox are a bit better than us right now. He's got to go. The guys are going to be calling for him are the Braves, the Dodgers, the Yankees. It's going to be the Phillies. I also threw out last night. Those are your teams that should be in on Logan Webb. It's a team that was ready to win, ready-made to win a World Series now, and he puts you over the top. I can't see a team that's, they're up-and-comers, so we'll go get Webb. I think it's a team that is hungry for a World Series and says he's the cherry on top of the sunday.
I mean, I don't know if a wild card team, maybe, who knows?
Could be.
Hey, could you imagine if Logan Webb was a Philly?
Detroit Tiger?
No, Detroit's out.
Milwaukee Brewers.
Milwaukee and Cubs. Milwaukee Cubs. These are all teams that should be in on him.
I would say Milwaukee. I would go with the Philly. Again, the thing is, I don't know their farm system well enough to know whether or not they got some guys you actually want. And that, again, you're going to have to go after a team that has a good farm, but also is in the hunt as far as the playoff bid is concerned. It's going to be fun to watch, man. Look, we're getting close to being 1 month away from the trade deadline, and this is all we're going to be talking about. But hey, Quinn, thanks for the $10. But I'm telling you, if you ain't gonna want to give up top dollar for Logan Webb, then we move on. And speaking of moving on, JB donates $10 Australian. Thank you, sir. One good thing and one bad thing, the Giants could have happened over the next 18 months. The good thing, 2027 being a total lockout. The bad thing, if the salary floor gets embedded. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's going to be an issue, man. But yeah, that's going to be a mess. That's going to be an absolute mess. There ain't going to be no baseball in 2027. At least there ain't going to be no baseball to start. And how long it goes, man, who knows, man. But I'm telling you.
Whoa, Liam. I love Glenn, but he's definitely down on Eldridge. I'm not down on Eldridge. I have him on my fantasy team. I don't even play him. He's not getting me any points. He's on the negative ledger every day. Too many strikeouts. He fits on the team, Eric. He's a name. He's the flavor. He's not consistent, Eric.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of a slump. There's no doubt about it.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm down on him. I'm not down on him.
But it happens.
He's just part of the team.
This is what
he's
happens.
Our future. He's our future, though.
He's our future. Yeah. He's getting his first big taste of what it's like in the big leagues. And the league's going to figure him out, and now it's going to be about him figuring out what they're figuring out on him.
Eric, Lou brought that up last night. Lou, you brought that up last night. They're not throwing him no more sausage down the middle of the plate anymore, is it?
Fastballs anymore. They're
not. They're not.
And sliders up. And you know what? He is fooled. He struck out twice last night. He struck out two more times today. The game where the Giants won in the ninth, he struck out 3 times. So, you know what the thing is? The book is out on him now. Don't throw fastballs down. Don't throw fastballs. Throw slow junk. And, again, the league's now adapting to him. He needs to adapt to the pitch.
He does. And look,
that happens.
And you got to remember, it's this is, again, his first big league season. He's understanding what the travel is like, because it'll wear on you, right? If you've never experienced the type of travel you get in the big leagues, and of course the competition that you're seeing, again, you when you first come up, you got a lot of adrenaline, and then it starts dropping a little bit, and maybe you get a little bit tired, you get a little bit sore. You never know, right? And these are all firsts for young Bryce Eldridge. And look, he's going to come through. I'm not worried about it. What I like about him is he has a good approach, and we'll see where it goes from here. So,
are you concerned? Wait a sec, Eric. On that same note, are you concerned when you throw out aches and pains? We've already seen Logan Webb on the injured list this year. Do you think that is something that you have to worry about in the future? An aging pitcher who's been pretty healthy for the majority of his career. Are you afraid the amount of innings he throws and the wear and tear on the body, again, another reason to trade him now?
Logan Webb's a little bit different. You know why? I'll tell you why. He doesn't throw high velocity. Everything is based on his movement, whether it's his slider, his changeup, or his two-seamer. And sometimes he'll elevate with that four-seam. But when he elevates with the four-seam, he's not blowing people away. It's 93, maybe sometimes 94. So he's not going out there like a Mizorowski where he's on the 102 every freaking that kid. I think he's got some longevity in him for that simple reason that he's not a max effort every single pitch, and it's gonna help him. Now,
my fear is though, if you don't deal him, Eric, that's like saying, okay, we're not going to deal him. That means we're putting all our eggs in that basket. It's Logan Webb. He's the egg in the basket. So what happens if he does go down, Eric? I mean, I just think the risk reward for trading him is too great to sit on him. You got to move him.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Think about this. Had the Giants really suffered major injuries so far this season?
They've been blessed.
And we're still 14 games under 500?
That's right. And if this team trades Logan Webb, Eric, and wins 90 games in the next played season, do you think people are going to they'll forget about Logan Webb when we win a couple of 90-win seasons, Eric?
Yeah, I hear you. And here's another thing. Look at the Arizona Diamondbacks. That team has been wrecked with injury. Their rotation is abysmal. You know what? They're one game above 500. So that tells you where the Giants are. It's pitiful right now. And you got to go out there and you got to look. And Lou, you talked about it. You got to look forward to the future. We can't look in the now because the now is not getting anything done. You're gonna have to look to the future. And right now, Logan Webb is your guy. And again, I love the guy. I want him to have success in the San Francisco Giants, but it's not in the cards. It just isn't.
Logan Webb has been winning a game a week for us. If he is so valuable to the team, if he is the value to our team, Eric, then I pose you a simple question. Why each Sunday when I review the week's play and I look at the standings, why are we falling another game under 500 and another game under and another? Because there's not enough depth in the organization to cure that by trading Logan Webb.
Yes. Hey, look at this. Mark donates $10. Our good Mets fan from New York says, evening, boys. Tuning in from Cooperstown. And the Baseball Hall of Fame. Look at this. At the hall. A Giants fan told him about your show. He and his son subscribe.
Attaboy, Mark.
Appreciate that, buddy. Thanks. And those of you, the new guys who subbed, hopefully you're in there. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giants Sports Talk Live. Thanks, Mark.
Four weeks, a little more than 4 weeks. Don't forget, Mark, you got to buy me a pack. Maybe we'll do Mark and I are going to record a pack break at the.
That'd be awesome. Again, Mark, thanks. Quinn comes in and donates another one. Holy criminy! Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, Quinn.
$20, Quinn. Good Lord, dude. The AL is wide open. That is a fact. We could have the 2 seed in the AL. It would be nice to have another starter and another bullpen piece or two. We probably won't get Webb, but I wouldn't be shocked if Getz does
reach out to GM.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to reach out again. You got to meet my price. Yeah. You got to meet my price.
Eric, one of the things I always say, the Giants would get lucky of an injury, but imagine how New York's going to feel if they get swept by the Boston Red Sox, the second worst team in the American League. All over New York. Remember, they just had the Knicks win champions. The Yankees are no longer in first place. Tampa Bay leapfrogged them again. That's what the Giants need. And then what are they going to do? They have one starting pitching that's good. They go, we need a starter. And then you could get someone like Webb where the Yankees always – now, again, I don't want our old player back that we already had. But, you can get a position player. You could get their farm system's always good. But see, that's when, the it's almost overreaction. We just got swept by the Boston Red Sox and totally outmanned. Call the Giants, and that's where you take advantage of them.
Yeah, they lost 3 in a row against
they've already got Schittler over there, whatever his name is, Daryl Schittler. Yeah. I mean, they're a web away from a real competitive ball club.
Yeah, look. Who else do you have in their rotation? Cole isn't really.
I mean, we could throw out those names of teams that, this team might get him. Think logical. The teams that really should be going out and getting them are those top 5 we mentioned.
Let's take a look.
Cubs, Yankees, Milwaukee Prime. Milwaukee would have assets to give us, Eric. I just hope that all this chat, this fodder for conversation now is all for not. It's not all for not come trade deadline. We go, there's Buster Posey. There's another 5 years of bad luck.
Here, let's take a look at
this. If he doesn't make moves at the trade deadline, Eric, he's got to go. We should be trading him at the trade deadline.
Quinn, again, thanks, Quinn. We appreciate that. $20, man. Real quick before I get to this, Justin, $2, long shot. But what about Webb to the Tampa Bay Rays? Maybe. Here, let's take a look at this.
Happy birthday, Justin. Justin was celebrating last night.
Right on. Way to go, Justin. Way to go. All right, here, let's bring this up. Since we're talking prospects, this is the top 100. The top 100. Now, I think that the Giants should be able to get a top 100 guy off this list. They should, right? Are they going to get that number 1 pick for trading Webb? I don't know about that. That I think that's. I don't see that happening. But look at it. You got Jesus Made. I think that's how you say it. Is it Made? I could be totally off. Again, he's the number one prospect, Milwaukee Brewers. Athletics got Leo DeVries. Do the Giants need a shortstop? I thought he was a catcher. Isn't he a catcher? Where's our A's fans out there? I thought he was a catcher.
How about Cade Anderson, their lefty over there? We're forgetting about Seattle, Eric. They're a team that always likes to make last-minute moves.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to go after Webb, though. They're not really in it. Washington Nationals, I don't know. Pittsburgh Pirates are starting to fail. Nah. Detroit Tigers, they're not in it. Dodgers, nah, he ain't going to, no way. Boston, nope. Minnesota, nope. Miami. Thomas White, I don't know. Chicago White Sox, again, you got Caleb Bonemer. He's a third baseman, another shortstop. We really don't need that, but whatever. Phillies got a shortstop over here. Aiden Miller. Luis Pena, and it just says infielder. Again, he's a little bit, he's young. But again, he would fit the timeline of all the other young infielders that we have. The Yankees, you got Lombard Jr. I don't know about that. You think? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals. Liam Doyle, another pitcher. Again, he's in AA. Chicago White Sox, I'm not going to say. I don't know if they'll do that. He's already up in the big leagues. Again, another Rainiel Rodriguez for the Cardinals, a catcher. Giants, I don't know. The catcher thing's kind of up in the air, right? I mean, is Susak really going to be the guy? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that Susak is going to be he's been blessed that he's going to be the catcher for the future. I mean, yes, you want to keep him and see what he's going to do. I'm not saying that, but if you could get someone better, maybe you do. Again, the Miami Marlins, another pitcher, Robbie Snelling. Athletics, left-handed pitcher. Wait, hold on. Is someone answering my no, I don't know what's going on. Cade Anderson is who I want, says SR Giants.
Eric, maybe they entice a team like the Yankees. You know how you entice the Yankees to give up the Hall? To give up the Hall? You know how you entice the Yankees, Eric? You say,
what you do?
Look what you got. All right. Let's go big. Let's talk big. Logan Webb and Robbie Ray. There you go.
So you talking about both of them to New York? Holy
to
crap.
New York or Milwaukee or Eric.
Jeez.
If you're an opposing GM and can land Robbie Ray and Logan Webb in a deal and you think it puts you over the hump, God love you.
How about this, guys? Something to think about. Webb and Devers. And you don't have to give up any. You don't have to pay for any of the money.
No way! I can't do that.
No,
I want to get everything I can from Webb.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I hear you
because you're going to save a couple hundred.
Or maybe Webb and Arise. Maybe you get a guy who's going to lace off a guy for the postseason. Okay. Talk about having Arise in a pinch hit situation, Eric. Yeah. Yankees calling on the bench, bringing in Arise in a late situation. Come on. I mean, it's funny when we say this, Eric, isn't it? I said this to you not long ago. Isn't it funny that we talk about it's not like we have the worst players in the team, in the league, but the team makeup, it's just not working. I mean, Webb and Arise in a deal, somebody be salivating over that, but they ain't helping us.
That was something. I heard Terry Crowley talk about maybe Robbie Ray, maybe he's on the radar for the Cubs. Because look, the Cubs, they traded for David Peterson, but you still got a month. You got a month until the trade deadline. And if Peterson doesn't work out, guess what? You get rid of Peterson and then you go and trade for Webb. You could do that. All right. Kershaw donates $2, says keep the lineup as is. I think, to be honest with you, just because of the productivity of the players and the contract length and the price, it's going to be hard to move them anyways. Right. But yes, I agree with you. Pitching is the key, man. And we'll see what happens, Kershaw.
Out of town scoreboard, Eric. Sacramento bases loaded. Top of the 8th. Trailing 3-2. They're going to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-2.
Oh, bummer. Hey, they're pulling the Giants on us.
Boy.
Fuji Simeon donates $5. This was for you, Lou. Great win on Devers bobblehead night. Thank you so much, Lou. Even if you are a St. Ignatius Wildcat. This coming from a Reardon guy. There you go. Got to get in there, right?
Hey, Fuji, I just want to say thanks for coming, getting a chance to meet you at the meet and greet. You see what happens when you guys show up to a meet and greet? You
There
get
you go.
free food, you get free margaritas, you got a free T-shirt, and you got to meet us.
Yeah.
So
Hey, there you go, man. I love it. That's awesome. Fuji, glad you had hey, man, you got a good game. That's awesome. Hey, and that's a memory that you will be able to have for the rest of your life because that's a hell of a baseball memory today.
I don't think meeting Lou and Glenn and Eric was the memory. Let's head down to Tommy's, Eric. Let's head down to Tommy's, man. Everybody else is talking about Tommy's and margaritas. What about us?
Yeah, exactly. Let's relax a little bit and throw back one. All right, there we go. Our proud sponsors, Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, where you guys can go enjoy the world famous Tommy Margarita, have some good food, some good company, watch some sports, whether it's World Cup, San Francisco Giants. What do they? I'm guessing they do 49ers and Sharks and stuff like that too, as well.
They do it all.
They do. Okay, there you go. Right on.
I didn't see
missed
any
this one.
emails from Mentor. What's he talking about, man?
What is up, Mentor? Says, yo, bros, why did you block my emails? Mac is San Fran. Please, anybody get a hold of me. I don't know what you're talking about,
I
dude.
don't know what he's talking about.
Mentor Mac, I have absolutely no, because if you were blocked, you would not be able to post on here.
Yeah.
So thank you for the $10, but there, your Mentor, you're good to go, dude. I don't know what's up. I don't know. You're going to have to look more into that. You are not blocked, my friend. But thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Need to make sure I didn't miss any here. No. Okay, we're all up to speed on super chats. Again, thank you all for those who are donating.
From here now. Where do we go?
I tell you what, let's just do this before we get it because it's starting, right? We saw it yesterday. The New York Mets fired their manager, oh my God, Mendoza, right? Mendoza, right? Did I get his name right?
Oh,
And then Perry Manasian, the Pobo from the Anaheim Angels, he was let go.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to see movement with clubs and getting rid of. I shouldn't say get rid of. Whatever. They're getting rid of certain guys in positions of power because they're not achieving the goals they were setting out for. And hey, that happens, man. That happens. So something to keep an eye on to see if there's going to be any other clubs that decide to move on from either their Pobos or GMs or managers. So interesting. So, I mean, what'd you guys think? Look, the Angels have been terrible for years. I don't know is that a Manasian problem? Honestly, I don't know.
Who knows?
You got to remember.
They made their move. They're up 4-2 now in the bottom of the eighth. So maybe they're going to turn their season around, Eric.
Maybe.
I think you got to remember they knew Ohtani was going to go free agency and they didn't trade him. I mean, that was so obvious.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to do. So maybe it's just in their blood. They just don't know what to do at the trade deadline. You know,
the Mets was a given.
Yeah. So
Mets was a given, dude. It was only a matter of time. They've been playing some atrocious base. Now they won today, but they were playing some atrocious. That you see that game. What was it? 5 errors and it was disgusting.
You know, it's funny because we're talking about these guys were released because they didn't do their job.
Yeah.
Well, Buster hasn't done his job.
Yeah.
You know, and this is his second year. And the other thing is he put us in this mess. So, you know, it's almost like, okay, the only thing we have done, even when players make mistakes, we just let them run the asylum, is we got a new third base coach because he was incompetent. But, we have serious problems with this team, and it's more management. It's more personnel. I mean, there's so many things, but they got to start doing stuff because this is the one year that they have a chance. Because I don't want to be 2027 and we're going to start July 4th and we're with the same team. I don't understand how you guys think next year, if we don't do anything, how we're going to improve. It's not like we're 2 games above 500. We're going to have the same guys, and it's another year.
Hey, here's another thing. And I didn't clue in on it, and I probably should have. In Buster Posey in his dugout scrum, at the very end, what did he say? Baseball is based on a meritocracy, right? Yep. So if you don't have the ability, then they're going to move on. And look, what's it? He could be talking about himself, right? He could be talking about someone in the organization. I don't know. If you are not showing the ability to do what needs to be done and to lead to winning in baseball, well, guess what? They're going to find somebody else. So again, I wouldn't overlook that. Maybe he's talking about himself, maybe not. I don't know. But I thought that was a very unique statement that he made at the end. It got all glossed over because, they were focused on all the other things with Devers and all the other jazz. So again, think about that, guys. Go back and watch what he had to say at the end of that presser. And again, maybe he's speaking from the heart. He understands that he is not meeting the challenge. And we'll see. We'll see what happens to the rest of the season. Liam says, guys, I'm going to come to San Francisco in August. Would love to meet up. Can you guys let me know which series works best for you? It would have to be late August, like Reds or D-back series. All right, right on.
Whatever works for you, man. You can take me on
Liam, I'll make you a promise. I'll go through my tickets. If we have a game, us 3 will treat you to a game in the front
look
row.
At that. Look at that, Lou, stepping up.
I just got to see what game I have. And the other thing, too, is if you're out for a couple days, one of the good things we could do is you can experience a Tommy Margarita.
Hey, there we go.
You can see why there are sponsors and why we talk about it. So
there you go.
That's my gift to you.
Look at Liam gonna roll out the red carpet. So
Luke comes in. Luke comes in strong for the boys.
He does. He doesn't mess around. Yeah, Lou doesn't mess around. That's awesome. See, Liam, you're gonna be set up, dude. So just let us know what your itinerary will be. So
yeah,
there you go.
Take me out to lunch before a game someday.
Nice.
Says, does Glenn like Mexican food?
Oh, dude, does he like?
He does when Liam's paying. Hey, Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Lou's a handful, Eric. Coming up on the radio show tomorrow morning at 9. Lou and I are going to be playing some great Canadian rock and roll. We got a 4-song superset of April Wine. Lou, tell them who your mini concert, your double play will be.
Mine is one of Canada's favorites, one of my favorites from the 80s, Loverboy, Mike Reno and the Boys.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and a story, and Lou touched on this. I think you know this story. Eric, tell him again. Or Lou, tell him again what you told me last night. I brought it up. I know the background on this because
so after the first album, Eric, their bassist, they had a 2-week break. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you know how they go sort of windsurfing, but windboarding?
Sailboard.
Down, and he would go between Alcatraz and the Golden Gate Bridge, and he took one big one, went down, the wood came up, he never appeared, and they never found the body ever.
Sounds like he probably became shark food.
He could have done that. He might have been hit, maybe blood affected it, but they never found the body.
Normally you float, right? Normally you float.
Yeah, so just a crazy thing because it gets a little crazy with the Whitecaps and the wind.
It can
in San Francisco Bay, and of course it's pretty cold. It's probably like 58 to 61 degrees, but
hypothermia sets in quick.
And then I get to turn the table on Lou again tomorrow. In hour number 3 of the show, we always feature Lou's Trivia Challenge, and Lou is I think he's 0 for 37 by now.
Yeah, Eric, these are so hard. So he tried to give me one. I bet you Eric wouldn't have this. In fact, I don't even think the chat could get it, Glenn.
Well, we'll see how you do tomorrow. I got a good one lined up for tomorrow. And more
Yeah.
sad news, Eric. The wife of ex-Giant outfielder Gorky Hernandez was one of the many who were killed in the earthquake down in Venezuela.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What a shame. What a shame. Did Luis Ariz have any family that were affected? I haven't heard any about that.
And are you sort of surprised the Giants really haven't done anything? Like maybe a fundraiser
weird.
the last couple days? You know how they do Toys for Tots, old gloves? How about something like that? Come on, Giants.
Maybe-
step
Lou, I
up.
think the Giants are running scared. They don't want to touch anything right now. I think
Maybe-
hands off.
Maybe MLB is going to do something. I don't know. But yeah, as an organization, considering
I just think they're running timid.
right,
I
that
think
the
they're too
Giants
timid.
got what 3 guys on the roster that are from Venezuela, right? Victor Barracoto, Luis Ariz, and Buto.
Yeah,
Buto.
but
is
everything
also-
they've touched lately, Eric, anything that hasn't, it's not baseball related. It just always seems to be it's funny, you weren't here. Oh God. I didn't get the picture ready for today's show, Lou. I told Lou coming on. So I bet the underdog Valkyries, they made me a little coin again last night. Eric, I'm having a
Nice.
big week. So why did I pick the underdog Valkyries to win last night at home? An underdog at home. And they're not a bad ball club. It was Pride Night at Valhalla, the Chase Center.
Oh, okay.
So I got a couple of texts. I said, what's the vibe out there? Whether indoors, he goes indoors, outdoors, and they got a beautiful. You've been to the Chase Center, Eric? Beautiful
Yeah, I walked
outdoors.
by.
They have the biggest screen outside. You could watch
Yeah,
the
it's
game.
huge.
Great atmosphere. And what was the sign I said they had, Lou? It said, you can keep your curly fries.
no.
All are welcome
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big sign. And I went, there you go. There you go.
No kidding. Oh
You
my
can keep your garlic fries. All are welcome in Valhalla. So,
Wow.
and they won on Pride Night. They ran away with it at the end. So, it's always good
Big
night
shot.
out there, Eric. Great night at. I love that ball.
Nice. Hey, Fuji, donate $2. Lou says, I can attest. The seats are very nice. Yeah.
They are.
They're awesome, man.
Valks
They are
did
awesome.
Pride Night right. You're darn right they did.
You
They
darn
always do.
tootin'. You're
And
darn tootin'.
Lou, what did I tell you about Pride Night over there? Why would they do it right? Why are they a winning organization? We had a debate among the chat, Eric, last night on who will be the next franchise to win. I said the next winning franchise will be the Golden State Valkyries. People are saying the Sharks. Well, the Sharks are nowhere near a championship. But-
Because they have an owner, it's all about getting the ring. Nothing else matters.
Yep.
Mm.
You got an owner who wants to win. Big difference between this Giants franchise and the Valkyries, and even the Sharks. Lou, the problem with the Sharks, they took a step forward. Got the big defenseman I wanted last night in the draft. Eric fell to number 9, I believe. Lou, you said he fell to number 9.
Yeah, I saw
So,
tweets all about it saying
that's
I don't
great.
know anything about it, but everyone's saying they had a fantastic draft.
But they're still like the Giants, Eric. They're still like the Giants. Well, actually, they're not like the Giants. To be honest with you, what do they do? Young team, their best middle of the road, age-wise, their middle of the road player, Eklund. They traded him. So they're going all in with a young team.
oh wow.
And what are they going to do in 5 years, Eric and Lou? They're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
Gotcha.
Eklund's
Nice.
a good player.
Wow.
I remember last year I was doing the show with you alone, Eric, and
Yeah.
I was raving about their goaltender.
Yeah, and then they traded him,
2
right?
nights later, you're like, they traded the goalie today. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't even
And he was a
I
young
don't know.
guy, Mackenzie Blackwood. But they went
Yeah,
out,
you're saying he was a young
they
guy,
get
right?
a young guy, they swap him, get younger still. They get a young player, they go 19-year-old. They're going
Wow.
all youth, Eric. They're setting themselves up for a decade.
Interesting. And they'll all be playing together, right? That's maybe what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't miss this opportunity to trade Logan Webb. Just can't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this guy, look, he could be, he's what, 3? Hold on, let me look. We didn't even do the damn thing or the tail of the tape. Logan Webb is sitting at a 3.0 ERA, man.
But his last 5 starts, 0.71.
Dude, it's ridiculous how low he is. I'm telling you, he is the golden goose, man.
Yep. He either weighs this, he's the anchor. He's the anchor.
This is where I'll
Eric,
be.
you drop anchor, or hey, I don't know, Eric. If they hold on to him, they're just ruining
This is where I'll be then. I'll tell you what. If they hold on to Logan Webb, then they better be dumping a bunch of money into the pitching. And no excuses. I don't care. I don't want to hear about CBT, even though who knows what's going to happen in freaking with the stupid labor dispute. But they better be going whole hog on pitching. If that's the case, right? If you're going to hold on to Logan Webb, then you better sink every chip that you can into pitching. And if you fail to do that and you keep Logan Webb,
hold on, Eric. Continued debate among Giant fans. Are we able, not just willing, are we able to land free agent pitching, Eric?
should be. Damn, that's one thing that the Giants can. You half of your games are played in Oracle Park, which is pitcher friendly. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't a pitcher want to come? The problem is though,
team with a lot of problems, Eric.
That's
team with a lot of issues.
There you go. And the issue right now isn't necessarily not having success in Oracle Park. The issue is going to be how many wins can I get? Because are you going to be able to back up? Are you going to be able to back up my performance by scoring some runs? That's going to be and late game situations. Are you going to have guys in that bullpen that are going to protect the lead? So
coming up on the radio show tomorrow, James, we are playing the Guess Who. We're playing These Eyes. And last week's show, we played Backman Turner Overdrive. We were talking about Randy Backman and Fred Turner, who lives 4 blocks from me, the lead singer with the raspy voice. Let it roll. Last week, we played, correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, we played You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet.
Yeah.
Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. So tomorrow, we got These Eyes. Last week, we played BTO. So you're on to it. Thanks, James, for these suggestions, but we're already Big Lou's on top of it. Tell you. He's on.
Nice.
He could use your help, James, with the trivia. I must admit.
Hey, tomorrow, it's going to be a nice, considering the way Ray's been pitching, it's going to be a nice game tomorrow. Robbie Ray versus Chris Sale. I don't know.
I don't know. Might be a nice pregame. Might be a nice
Here's the other thing.
Pregame.
Giants scored 5 tonight. Now they're going against a stud tomorrow.
Yeah, it ain't going to be easy, man.
3 hits. Come on.
And again, we all talk about this. If the Giants lose tomorrow, they lose another series before they go on the road. Can't have it.
The only team never to sweep, Eric. The only team never to sweep.
And it's a 105 start. Let me see. Chris Sale, what is his record? 8-5 with a 2 ERA. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right.
In a pitcher's ballpark, that does not sound good.
Hey, let's not forget the last time he pitched here. Remember, he went up against
we were there.
Blake Snell. You were there.
I was there, and that was a pitcher's dandy. That was a dandy. Went extra innings.
I think it was only 3 hits on the through the 9 innings. It was unbelievable.
That's right. And I don't think either pitcher got a decision because it wound up going to the bullpen.
Yeah, I was there.
It was a freaking duel. And,
good game. Good game. But see, there's a case, Eric, where we might have lost that game. I remember it like it was yesterday. We lost, and I still left going, now that was entertaining. That was a ball game. Even though we lost, you can't win them all. We lost. So be it. I was entertained. I got my money's worth that. I got my $5 and a penny worth that day. And my $75 in food. But, Eric, it doesn't matter if you win with a lousy product and it's not entertaining. I didn't find today's – take away the couple of at-bats from Devers. Mm-hmm. And really, it wasn't – I didn't think today was a great game. A great win for the Giants, but it wasn't a great game. Tomorrow should be a great game.
You know what? It was good individual performances by 2 guys, Devers and Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tune into – they should do what they do with the Blue Jays in Canada. They brought – my dad loves it. You know, he's getting up there in age. He goes, son, games are on so late. They broadcast what's called the Jays in 30. It's the condensed game in 30 minutes. That's all we need with this Giants team. There's like 2 things happened today. We could have watched the game in about 7 minutes. That's it.
Yeah.
If you missed most of today's game, you didn't miss much.
Eric. It was a quick game too, man. I think, Lou, you said it right, 2 hours and 15 minutes before you knew it was done. It was quick. Quinn with another look at this, another super chat, $5. Did you all see my White Sox win 22-1 yesterday and then had a gut out at 2-1? Yeah. Baseball, man.
Out of town scoreboard, A's win 5-2 over, or the Angels, LAA 5, Athletics 2. My last ticket of the day, down the drain.
Yeah, but hey, one thing about Quinn, they did win today, so they got a chance for their sweep tomorrow. That's what.
And they're doing it. They're doing it without my guy, Murakami. They don't even have their cleanup man in the roster.
No, they don't, and they're getting it done, man.
And how did they do that, Eric? How did the White Sox become the White Sox of 2026?
They made some good trades.
Who did they trade?
Yeah, they
traded their ace
to the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. Yep.
And the people of Chicago right now, I don't see Quinn complaining about that trade right now.
No, I was going to say they're reaping the whirlwind, as they say. Hey, special thanks to Quinn, JB, Mark, Justin, Mentor Mac, Kershaw, Fuji Simeon, and that was it. And again, a bunch of times for Quinn. Thank you guys all for the super chats today. Much appreciated. You guys are freaking awesome, man. Freaking awesome.
We'll see you tomorrow bright and early, Lou. We got a doubleheader. We got the radio show, and we'll have the post-game show, Giant Sports Talk Live.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys will be able to catch us early tomorrow. Again, 1:05 start. Robbie Ray versus Chris Sale should be a good game, and we'll be back here after the game. So,
Lou,
guys,
give me my 8 a.m. wake-up call, Lou. Jesus.
We will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Enjoy your Saturday night. We're out of here.
See you, boys.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.